Yeah, I
Yeah.
just did it.
Yeah. And
I'm
then,
coming
yeah.
out the
Yeah.
gates.
All right. I'm mute now.
All right. So how many of you are doing competition? And how many of you are afraid you're doing competition? How many of you don't want to do competition while you're doing competition because you're trying not to do competition? Everything that is times got done, destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, so interesting. Huh. Wow. You know, I just did this conscious source, conscious writer intro. I'm leaving it. Every time I leave a conscious source, conscious writer class, or like not leave it, but when it's like done for the time, I'm like, I have no idea what just happened. I have literally no frame of reference for whether or not anybody got anything out of the class. And I'm always a little bit worried. I'm like, I hope you got a lot. And it's, wow. Okay, so how many of you are doing competition because you're not willing to perceive, know, be, and receive the space and ease you truly be? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I mean, horses don't do competition. They might run in races, but they don't do competition from the energy of competition. Now, how do you know if you're doing competition? If you've read the 10 Keys to Total Freedom, you'll know that, well, actually, the first time I read it, I didn't notice it. So maybe it took me 10 times of reading it, is anytime you're doing right or wrong, you're doing competition. Horses don't do right or wrong. So what if you just did choice? This is what I'm choosing. But notice, you don't necessarily go directly into choosing because you're like, well, someone might make me wrong for my choice. Yes, more often than not, someone will make you wrong for your choice. So everything that is times we get to, we're just trying to grade it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and johns. This is one of the biggest things horses have taught me is because they're willing to choose. And they just choose. And that's it. Just choose. And also, if I want to get a horse to do something, I've got to be willing to choose, just to choose, and not care what the horse thinks. But not from not caring, but while being aware of what's going on for the horse. So everywhere you bought that, or that other people were caring for you by judging you, well, you're just trying to create it all. Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So how many judgments are you using to create the competition you're choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, or right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, if you're like, how does that make any sense? Neither of those two seem correlated. I don't know. I'm just following the energy, pulling it out of your guys' heads. And so how many of you have gone, that person's doing competition? Whether they're doing competition or not, I'm going to take something from the horse reality and just be like, yeah, so they're doing competition. Who cares? Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive all of that, times the gods anyway, just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, line, shorts, boys, and guns. Now, this doesn't mean you have to lay down flat and take it. Like I had someone do, in access consciousness, we all know how it shows up. Somebody, posts a class on the same night that's the exact same topic that you're posting, and it's like 2 blocks away. It's like, you might be aware that the person's trying to piss on your territory, which doesn't mean you have to lay back and just take it, but you can ask a question. What else is possible? Because I was doing a class in a city, actually it was Conscious Source Conscious Writer. I was doing a class in a Conscious Source Conscious Writer in a city, which there's not very many Conscious Source Conscious Writer facilitators. And so somebody else scheduled a Conscious Source Conscious Writer class at the same city, same weekend as me. Did I care? No. Did my host care? Yeah. My host went, oh my God, da, 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 da. And I was like, who gives a shit? But there was this weird twisted energy. And then I looked at it and I was like, all right, what else is possible? And I was like, do I just leave it? And I actually got a no. Don't leave it. That was actually going to destroy my future. And when I really looked at the energy of what was actually going to create the greatest future for me, well, I went, oh, okay. And I told my hosts, I went, you know what? Let's schedule a class, the same class that they're doing. Let's schedule a Conscious Source Conscious Writer, the same weekend that they're doing one in the same city that they're doing one for all the classes that they have listed right now. What? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Apparently that's the only energy that's going to create something greater. So how many of you go into competition because you're not willing to be greater? Everything that is times Godzilla, we're just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. See, you learn so much from horses because I realized in a looking at the energy of that, oh yeah, if one horse is eating and then another horse tries to eat the food that it's eating, it'll bite it, it'll kick it, it'll be like, get the fuck out of here. Which is that competition? No, it's get the fuck out of here. My shit. Now, this doesn't mean you have to judge any of it. And I'm not totally saying go out there and start biting and kicking each other, but it is about willing to be or do anything. And if you're not, that which you're not willing to be or do controls you. So everything that brings up for everybody times a gazillion, we're just trying to create it all. Times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And really, in my choice to do that, I didn't actually schedule any of those classes, but the willingness to go there and the willingness to choose it and go down that road, and actually, like, I called people, started scheduling classes, and it actually created more for me. Did it create more for the other person? I don't know, but it did change the energy that they were creating. This doesn't mean you're not aware of other people trying to create shit energy around something, or where they're not willing to work with you or create a future. So everywhere all of you think that someone's interested in working with you, will you destroy and upgrade it all? Times a gazillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Another thing I've learned from Conscious Source Conscious Writer. You guys are like, this is a Conscious Source Conscious Writer sales pitch. Yes, it is. Is that, like, not every horse is gonna work for me. Like, we had two horses here. One was just so kind and calm, and it was a stallion. People know stallions as these terrible things that are crazy. And this guy was just like, yep, I'm here for you. And then we had a mare that just wouldn't listen to freaking anything. All she wanted to do was just walk around and eat tiny pieces of grass and not pay attention to anybody. It was like police. Policia choque. They didn't know police. They got a horse. Oh, they got a pony. Tiny little horse. Why does a police officer have a pony? Huh. Weird. Oh, I should have shown you guys. I'm sorry. They're driving away. Oops. Huh? See? Portuguese words. I don't know what it says. So how y'all doing? Any questions?
Hey Connor, hi, Albana here.
Yes.
So my question is around competition, like how ladies compete for a
Yeah.
guy, and I wonder like where when guys compete for a lady, that whole dancing thing.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Mm-hmm. What about it?
That's something that's bugging me, so that's why I'm on the call. But it's kind of like I don't want to look at it,
Okay.
but I know that you can always push my button. So
Yeah.
thank you.
So are you willing to be greater? Truth. And everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a godzillion, we're just trying to create it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Because there was a time, geez, I might have to leave. I think they're like closing the horse park down right now. I apologize to everybody as this was like terribly organized. It's all my fault. I've not had nearly enough attention on my inter-business workings to make sure that I don't have scheduling issues, but it's working out right now, so I'm grateful. There was a time where I was like hanging out with this girl. It's before I really got into Access, and she was a lot of fun, and she was interested in me as a friend and interested in hanging out, and we went out like dancing into bars and things, and we were at this one place, and she was the prized possession that anybody could take home from the bar. But she ended up dancing with several other guys, and I was like, oh, she's choosing them. And then I went into the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I was like, hey, get out there, own it. And I went out and just beed me and danced as me and played as me and put out there, hey, this is me. You can choose them if you want, but here I am. She chose me. She hung out more with me. But when I was being this energy of, oh, she's choosing someone else, that was really attractive, wasn't it? It makes you really want to like go to that person. It's like, yeah, I want to like make that person feel better. So I don't know about any of you, if you've ever done sex with someone to make them feel better, it doesn't work. It's not fun. Everything that brings up for everybody times a godzillion, we're just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So instead of willing to be greater, because one of the things I say greater, because you got to be willing to be greater than the other person, but not like strive to judge yourself as to whether or not you're greater than them. Because if you're not willing to be greater, then you're doing competition. Everything that brought up times a godzillion, we're just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So how many of you are willing to be the greatness of you? All right, that was not a good question. Every 10% of the things that are keeping you from being the greatness of you, will you just try and create them all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Right, I got 10% of it. But notice how I started out this call with judgment. Was that Albina that was asking the question?
Yes.
Who was it? Can you come back on?
Yes.
Can you ask?
Yes.
How are things now? How's the energy around that now?
Clearing. I just realized that I wasn't willing to be the greater in the sense of the greater me.
Yeah,
Step.
that one.
Yeah. And yeah,
Okay, so
and
everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a godzillion. We're just trying to create it all.
yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, walk, all night shorts, boys and beyonds.
It's quite interesting. Like when I saw that you were doing that Zoom, and I was like, I'm there, I'm going. And then I was like, yeah, but when it comes to business competition, I know we are unique. And then I went like, okay, what's there for me? So how come in person?
Whoa.
What?
What does that mean? I know when it comes to business competition that we are unique. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like everyone. Oh, that's a longer conversation, but it's like,
What does that mean to you?
That competition
Yeah, what
is
was
like,
that?
that was like, competition is a construct. It's funny, weird, whatever. It's just like, yeah.
Okay.
What?
But it's funny, weird, whatever, yeah. So are you acknowledging that people choose it, or are you trying to sweep it under the rug?
Yeah, I'm sweeping it under the rug. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So is that interesting point of view or not interesting point of view?
It's a very interesting point of view. That's the new interesting point of view.
It's an interesting point of view. Yes. So how many of you align and agree or resist and react to competition? Ever you've decided you have to either align and agree or resist and react to someone else's competition, we're just trying to create it all.
Oh.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, walk, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
See,
what I did with choosing of scheduling my classes and what I did with choosing what I chose with that girl that I was friends with was just the willingness to be greater than the whole situation and to be bigger than all of it. And then to choose what I would like. Oh, but how many of you judge what you would like to choose as competition? Ooh. Everything that brought up times Godzilla, we're just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You're like, I would like to do a class here, but if I said, how many of you judge what you would like to choose as competition? Just stop trying to think about it. It's a yes or no question. Everything that is times a Godzilla, just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If you start thinking about it, you're no longer receiving. But if you're sitting there going, oh, I really like that guy, I would really like to take him home, then if you're really truly desiring to choose that, you'll be or do whatever it takes. And if you come from this place of willing to be or do whatever it takes, you can be bigger and greater than the competition, and you get to actually see and do and choose that which will create what you desire. Everything that is times Godzilla, we're just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, walk, all night shorts, boys and beyonds.
Connor, my ovaries are about to explode. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, are your ovaries fighting each other?
You mean if they're in competition?
Oh. Do some of you use competition to figure out what you should choose? Wow. Everything that is times a godzillion, just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all night, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Everywhere you bought that everything else that everybody competes for is the thing that you should be choosing, but you're just trying to create it all. Or everywhere you use the energy of competition as your signal, your flag, your the thing that shows you what is valuable to choose. Everywhere you're using competition as the value of choice. God, it's not that. As the value of choice is the, oh, see, there's your policeman with horses. Hot Brazilian police horseman. Doesn't get any better than that. No competition for that, ladies. There's plenty of them to go around. All you got to do is say hello. Everything that brings up times the God's energy, just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all night, shorts, boys, and down. So are you using competition as the smoke signal for choice? As the, somebody can help me with whatever word I have on the tip of my tongue.
Choosing target. It's the target that you're supposed to choose.
Yeah, everywhere you're all using competitions as the target for that which you should choose, can choose, will choose, and once you've chosen it and you have it, means you are great. We destroy and uncreate it all. Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, line, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Oh my God, I'm seeing it so much more. So what I'd actually like to ask all of you to do over the next few days, instead of looking at don't look at anything other than, would I like to choose this? Oh my God, we're competing for this man. Do I really want to choose that man? Or do I just like him because everybody else likes him? And they all think that we should all compete for that one man. Everything that brought up times God's energy, just trying to create it all. Right, wrong, good. Oh, now I know how to create more of my business. Thank you, ladies. I am forever eternally grateful. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everything that doesn't allow you all to laugh at everything I say, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine. Obrigado. Bye-bye, Hanata. Oh.
My ovaries said,
she will
you're
own
welcome.
your ass. Cool. Good. So what would you all like to choose? Maybe I shouldn't even have it. Are any of you interested in choosing what you would like to choose? Do even any of you know what you would like to choose? Do you want to ask what you would like to choose? Or how much do you use competition to keep you from looking at you would like to choose so that you don't actually have to look at what you would like to choose? Because you're pretty sure that you wouldn't be able to choose it. Everything that is times the God's name, destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. When did you give up choice for competition? Then. All of that, everything you did to create that, everything you aligned and agreed with or resisted and reacted to, will you all now destroy and uncreate it? Times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. How's that going for everybody now?
Good.
Oh my God. Boom, I like that. How can you be the greater of you without feeling you are competing with yourself? No, that's the whole point, Sylvia. Thank you for Sylvie, and thank you for the question. Compete with you. And competition with you is being greater than you were yesterday, being greater than you were 10 seconds ago. That's the only competition worth having.
So Connor,
So all of you that
Farah
are
now,
avoiding
speaking.
competition with, yes, please, yes, Farah.
Yes. So what is the feeling or the energy when you see something on social media, example, a class or a something, and you get that like an envious feeling? And what I've felt with me is it makes me step up. Do you know what I mean? But that's competing, yeah?
No.
No?
No, that's actually like, no, that's, I don't have a word for it. That's not competition from like this reality.
Okay.
That's when you see someone that's willing to be more and you see the greater that they be, and you get this enviousness, not of like, I need to do anything to destroy them, or I need to even really compete with them. It's, you go, holy fuck, that's awesome, everything that they're choosing. And you get envious, like, oh, I desire that. But then you get this sense of like, fuck, I can have it. That's not competition.
Okay. Because it makes you,
that's this leapfrog
want greater, isn't it? Yeah. And that, oh, I can do that too.
And
so
that's
it makes
what
you
exactly. And thank you, Farah, because how many of you are choosing competition rather than choosing that, what Farah just talked about? How many of you are using competition to refuse the contribution to be greater you could be choosing? Everything that is times a Godzilla, we're just trying to create it all. The invitation to be greater.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So far, will you be it?
Yes. I be it.
There we go. I like that.
And in Australia, well, maybe everywhere, but we have this thing called the tall poppy. Have you heard about that? Tall poppy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have.
So when you are doing well and people, they like to, I don't know, tear you down, don't they? Yeah. They don't want to know about it.
Well, I mean, if you don't have people tearing you down, how else do you know if you're great?
I suppose. So just keep getting teared down, yeah?
So the interesting thing is I just did a bars class here in Brazil 2 days ago, and I met this half Japanese, half Brazilian 14-year-old boy that's like 6'3" already, or he's like, like here on me, like this tall, and he's 14. Like,
wow,
he's Japanese. They're not exactly known for their height.
No.
And so, but he's like up here, and so I got to ask him a bunch of things. And when I asked, every time I went, like a lot of times, I kept going to about to tell him, like, people will try to tear you down. And the second I even tried to say those words, I was like, the energy was weird. Or like anytime I tried to facilitate him, like, okay, so if someone comes to you and they try to judge you for being great, but even when I went to go there, the energy was just like, eh. And so instead of trying to tell him something, I asked him, I was like, okay, what do you know? What's it like for you? I was like, do people ever try to stop you? And he just got a huge smile on his face. And he's like, no one's going to stop me. It wasn't even a part of his reality. People stopping me? What?
Love it.
Nobody's going to stop me.
Yeah.
his sense of joy with it was no. And his willingness, I mean, remember, this tall of a Japanese 14-year-old, his willingness to be different, his willingness to be seen is huge. And he wasn't like, hey, everybody look at me. He's just like,
He was just being it. Yeah.
and he's the number one star on his basketball team.
Yeah.
And I asked him, what would you like the energy of your life to be? And he just said, great. And the fucking energy on it was huge. I was like, fuck, dude, you already chose it.
Yeah.
He's already choosing it.
Yeah.
And so everything that doesn't allow you all to have that and perceive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all, nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. It's not to say that, oh my God, I'm not choosing it if someone tries to judge you. But it literally just blew my mind in realizing how much I already had the point of view that when I'm being big and great, people will try to judge me. And people will try to stop me. It wasn't a part of his reality. And the very fact that it wasn't a part of his reality, if someone judged him or even the energy came up, it was like, even if I asked him, he was like, totally insignificant in his universe. Whatever. Not, oh my God, they're trying to stop me. Just whatever. I mean,
I'll take some of that. I'll take
if
some
you're
of that.
taller, yeah. Like, just because I don't know how to do the exact math, just imagine a 2-meter tall Japanese Brazilian 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In school, can anyone stop you? No. You're just physically unstoppable. So obviously his energy has already chosen to, what do you mean, stop? I play basketball. Nobody can stop me. I'm way taller than anyone else.
Yep.
So what if all of you just knew you couldn't be stopped? Oh, how much competition are you using to stop you from choosing? Everything that is times the godzillion to destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How much competition are you all using to stop you from choosing to be all of you? Are you choosing? Everything that is times the godzillion, destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Mic drop. I think we're done here, folks. I think that's about all I can do for you.
Thank you.
That's phenomenal. Thank you, Farah. I think, yeah, I'd love you all to kind of sit with that for a bit, and maybe we'll do another one of these. We'll see if we can schedule another one within like a week and see how this is showing up, because I think everything we just talked about right now, it's going to be best if we actually go out and apply it and be it in the world, and then come back and take a look at what showed up or how it went and so on and so forth, and what else is possible after that. So thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for joining. This was really amazing. Thank you, Farah. Sorry to all of you. Thank you guys for waiting. I apologize. And I'll get details or something sent, and I might only have this available to all of you that were on. I think I'll do that. Like, I'm not going to make it public. So it'll be just the same group for those of you that have time to join or can, and we'll just do it again. So thank you, Yuko, for translating to Japanese, and Danae, and everybody that joined.
Thanks, Connor.
Thank you, Connor.
Until
That was
next
great.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.